The 12th of August, Rabbi Furst, Mishna Berura.
Hey, good morning again. This is Rabbi Shlomo Furst. Good morning, Lou. Good to see you again.
Morning again, Rabbi.
Fine. Okay. Again, we're in the second volume of the Mishnah Berurah Hilchos Natilas Yadayim, Siman Kuf Samech, Sif Yud Gimel. We're in the middle, of um, Sif Yud Gimel, detailed halachas here. We're just at the point in the Mishnah Berurah where it's Siv Cotton Ayin. The Mishnah Berurah, the Mechaber is describing the fact that a person can wash his hands using a revis. Now, if he's going to wash both hands together, one hand above the other, pouring the revis on the first hand, the top hand, and it's going down with the same stream of water onto the second hand, even though that you normally need a revis for a hand but here you're only really using a, so to speak, a half a revis for each, but since it's all with one continual dousage, it's going to be considered to be that they're being both becoming tahor from the full amount of a revis. And that's the first opinion, is if they're going to be done the hand washing simultaneously. And here there's a yesh, there's yesh omrim afilu zeh achar zeh. That's where we are here in the Ein Tzorach afilu zeh achar zeh. As long as this stream of water has not been interrupted. That brings us to the Mishnah Berurah and Sif Cotton Ayin, if you notice it there. Let's see. Mayor or Lou, would you like to read? Anyone? I think Mayor read last, the first year. If you'd like, you can pick up from here if you want.
Afilu kazeh achar zeh. Even if it's this after this.
Meaning one hand after the next hand, one after the next.
Right. Rotzeh lamar, that is to say, lo mi boye kishe hashtu yedehem bivas achas zeh tachas zeh dimahane ha nitila lishnehem. So it's not necessary.
That's okay. You don't have to spread out both hands at the same time, one underneath the next. Kipashtu is to like spread out.
Spread out.
You don't have to spread out both hands simultaneously.
This one under this one. And wash them, and wash the two of them. Ella,
Simultaneously.
right. Ella afilu im hashat hasheni yadav achar kach kishe kivar his kil litzok al harishon. Rather, even if, what is pashat?
That means to spread out.
Even if you spread out the second hand afterwards, that already initially you washed the first one.
Right. It doesn't have, you don't have to have the hands both out there at the same time when you start washing the first one. No, you could have the first one there and start pouring on it, and then afterwards you can bring the second one into line.
Alta Netila. What's alta?
That also low natila also means it's effective. It works. The natila, it's effective. It's
Alta
successful.
for him.
The washing is successful.
Kevan Shemit Techila Kivnu Lazeh Litol Yachad. Because that initially Kivnu. I don't know what Kivnu is.
Kivnu's Lezeh, he had intention. Lezeh has intention for this, Litol Yachad. Since he had intended with this to Litol Yachad, to wash them together.
The canal. Shalo Yafsik Hakiluach. That he did not make a break, an interruption.
Right. Exactly. Very good.
I don't know what Hakiluach is.
Kiluach is the stream of water that's being poured from the vessel onto the hands. Since he did not make a break in the stream of water that's being poured from the vessel.
Oh, I see. So he moved his hand under the stream that was already coming.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
The al yudei zeh, that through this hashvinan keilu natal gam hasheni ha-revi'is shalema, and it's as if he had washed the second hand with a full revi'is. Umipnei she'ba'im hamayim mi shi'urei tahara kelu ze lachshov kinotel me revi'is al yedei chibur hanitzok. I think we don't read the parentheses, right?
No, you don't need to reboot. Right. That through this, since there's no break in the stream of water from one hand to the next that's being poured from the original vessel. Through this, since there's no break in the stream of water, it's also considered that the second hand is being washed with a full amount of a revis, right? Since the waters did come from a amount of water which can purify, which is a revis, right? For these matters, a revis is an amount of water that can purify. Since the source of the water is coming from a revis, which is the amount of water that can in fact purify, so therefore we considered, since there's no break in the original stream from the vessel to the first hand and then to the second hand, it's a continual stream. We consider that the second hand is also being washed by that full amount of iravis as well. We make a willingness. Therefore, we're lenient in this, that we consider that he's washing the second hand also from a full measure of iravis through the connection of the stream of water, the flow of water.
So in other words, you've got a revis, you start pouring it, you wash one hand, then you move the other hand over and you wash it. And so therefore the second hand is definitely getting a lot less than a revis, but nevertheless, it's okay.
That's right. We're able to be, in this case, we're lenient to consider it as if it's getting a full revis. Right.
And then we got to look at somewhere, I guess. Samuch.
Samuch. So now that's Samuch. That's in the Mechaber over there, upstairs by the Shulchan Aruch. It said Samuch. That's a reference to Pashiyado Lamata Mimeno Samuch Liyad Rishon. Has to be adjacent, has to be in close proximity. Samuch. In this case, Samuch means it's in close proximity. The
Right.
second hand, right? The second hand, which is being washed with the continual stream of water from the vessel from the onto the first hand and onto the second, that's going to be on the condition that the second hand is in close proximity to the first hand. In order that should ensure, right, that there's no hefsa kiluk. That should ensure that there's no break of the stream of water from the first hand to the second.
So what's the first hand doing when the second hand's being washed? Is it moved out of the way?
No, it should be stationary above. In this case, it's going to be stationary above the second hand.
Okay, so that leads me to a question. The water that's coming down is tameh. It hits the first hand. It's less than a revis so far, so therefore that water is tameh, and now it hits the second hand. That's not a problem.
Oh, so that's what the necessity of the excuse me. That's what the necessity of the revis is. As long as it's a revis, the water will not become tameh as long as there's no break in the flow. If the flow would break, then you're going to have your less than a revis, and therefore the waters that have been broken off, right, are now going to be tameh. But once you have a continual flow from a source that's a revis of water, so therefore it maintains its status of being toha.
I see.
Right.
Da'az chashvinan today achas. What's chashvinan?
We consider it. Therefore, Kesvina, we consider it. Kiyad achas. It's considered to be like one hand.
Aval bimeru chakim hare kamo notel bimei rechitsas kavero. But what is this word hameru chakim?
From the rachok or richok, if they're going to be distant from one another, if the hands are going to be distant from one another.
Then it's like he washed with mayim rechitzas Tavero, his friend rechitzas.
Right. It's
separate water for the two hands.
Rechitzas is washed. So if the hands are going to be far from each other, it's going to be considered as if he's washing his hand in the wash water of his friend, which would not be kosher, because
Ah,
they'll be tummy. Because they'll be tummy.
right. Okay. Okay, that gets to back to my question. Okay, it's
That's right, exactly.
uh Vigesh Matirin Afilu Kule. And there is what's Matirin? Matirin?
That there are those that permit it from matir. We say um,
Oh, there are those
something is
who do it with the
something is mutter, it's permissible.
okay. Rotelomar, that is to say, Shenotlin Legamre Bifnei Atzman Kol uh, Achas V'Achas. So that is to say that he washed completely before himself all this each and every one.
Right. That's to say that he washed completely independently each and every one.
I'm sorry, ula dea zo gam kain dafka keshibau litol kavas achas. Uh, and this is known also specifically that when he came to wash with one
The basachas simultaneous. That's when he came to wash them simultaneous with basachas simultaneously.
simultaneously. Ella de hasheni himtin al sheyitol harishon. But the second one, what is himtin?
That he delayed in a case where the second hand was delayed to wash until Shitol Rishon, until the first one was washed.
Aval kishaba hashni achar zaman lo mehane lifchos mi shiur revi'is al yidei zeh. But that when it comes to the second one, after the time that it's not
If he'll come to wash the second one after the time of the washing of the first one, lo mahani, it will not be effective. It will not be effective. The hand washing will not be effective. Lo mahani will not help him.
because he doesn't get credit for V's because there was a time break.
Right.
I think our time is up, Rabbi.
Okay, so therefore, let's finish. So it says, "K'shabah sheni achizman." If the second hand is going to be washed after a time, lo mani lefachos mishir revis al yidei zeh. It's not going to help the washing of the second hand because he's going to have there the washing of the second hand with less than a revis. And again, the rule is you must have a revis of water, right, in order to effectively purify the hands. And here in this case, the second hand being delayed from the washing of the first hand, you will not have that amount of a revis, and therefore will not be affected. Okay, that brings us up to Ayin Zion for next time. Mitzvah Shem. All right, so I'll miss that learning with you tomorrow, and hopefully we'll see each other on Yom Revi at our regular time, 9 o'clock. Bezrat Hashem.
Okay.
Nice. You should both have a significant fast, Mitzvah Shem, meaningful Tisha B'Av, and hope to see you in a few days, Mitzvah Shem.
Okay. You too.
Okay, thank you, Lou. Very good reading. Thank you, Mayor, as well. First year.
Yes.
Okay, see you all in a couple of days.
All right. Thank you. Thank you. See you. Have an easy and meaningful fast, both of you.
Thank you.
Thank you, you too. Shakaya. Shalom Bye.